All right. Welcome back to another episode of my movie review series. Episode 100. 100. Oh my God. Seriously, man. I never thought I would make it this far. I mean, 2 years ago doing this, just for kicks, just doing this a movie review series. I didn't really think I would do a whole series, just mess around and do a movie review on American Ninja, I mean, but you know, went from American Ninja and then stopped at 9 months and then went to American Ninja 2 and then next thing I know I'm just do part 3 and then part 4, skip over 5 because that sucked. you know, you know, you know, part 4 is bad too, but hey, that movie had potential. If you saw that review, you know what I'm saying. You know, right here you can see it. But yeah, and then I decided, hey, what the hell, keep going with this here, do another 4 movie series, so hey, did the Batman series, the 90s Batman series, Batman, 89 Batman, and then Batman Returns, Batman Forever, Batman and Robin, when I made a huge rant about The Dark Knight Rises. I mean, check out that one right here too, Yeah, the huge round, Dark Knight Rises, yeah, that. And then, hell, why not, do Lethal Weapon series, Lethal Weapon 2, Lethal Weapon 3, Lethal Weapon 4, and then, yeah, sick of doing series, hey, just get into some Stallone films, just do my Pam Anderson movie review on Barbed Wire, still, still that review still has got some legs. I mean, man, the majority of these movie reviews, especially the American Ninja sequels, I mean, damn, part 2 and 3, man, still got some legs. Part 4 still kicking. No pun intended. But yeah, I tell you though, man, damn, man. Yeah, there's some cats out there that's actually watching these reviews. I mean, not the latest ones, unfortunately, but hey, whew, there are. But yeah, then I started knocking out reviews left and right, just boom, boom here and boom here, getting at the majority I've been doing, which is the superhero films, either it's the MCU or if it's the old movies of the 90s, not the 90s, early 2000s, if it was those movies, like Blade, But hey, speaking of superhero films, all these movie reviews, whether it's something from the Canon Group, whether it's something from superhero the superhero era of the 1990s or the 2000s or the MCU films, or you got these old action films, these 90s action films that will never die, all these reviews, every single one of them, all of these reviews that led up to number 99. Amazing. It just amazing. I never really knew that I would get this far. I mean, when I did Hottober last year, that really, sped things up because I did all of those movie reviews in 31 days. I mean, I did like what 20, 26, 27 maybe even 24. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how many, because it was so many. But I just kept knocking, going through, burning through movie reviews. Every other day, and then next thing once the Vampire Week hit, and I did every single day. I tell you, Vampire Week and Zombie Sunday, which really coincide together. Every single day. Let me just bring them in, knocking them out left and right. All these movie reviews, man, and just led up to today, right now, this very moment, movie review number 100. I mean, hell, when I did my movie review of the top five horror, maybe I do one of them, do one of those further down the line, maybe. But the top five superhero sequels, that you can check it right here too. So yeah, top five superhero sequels. My personal list. I mean, when I did that at episode 20, I mean, yeah, that was just, okay, yeah, episode 20, you're gonna do a personal list of top five superhero sequels, which I really thought long and hard, put a lot of heart and thought into it, and yeah, those really stand. Those still stand to this day. I might have to revamp it because Avengers: Infinity War. Another big superhero sequel. We'll see. Further down the line. But besides that, besides all those videos of me talking about whatever movie that I'm surprised a lot of people actually do care about. Besides all those videos of me rambling through those reviews, and then I pretty much shortened it down. I did the review that lasted like 52 minutes. 55 minutes. 1 hour and 6 minutes. I mean, damn. I, then I shortened things down. Got straight to the point. And it lasted like what, 25 minutes. Maybe 30 minutes. Then I did some real short ones. I tell you. But 100 reviews. Boy, it's just I just can't believe it. I mean, me sitting here, talking to you, anybody out there that actually clicked on the video and you see this face, talking about whatever movie that you obviously had an interest in. So all of that, I just want to personally and heartfelt, I just want to say thank you for that. Seriously, thank you for hitting me with a bunch of views that I really didn't really care for. Even when I tried to get myself monetized. Before YouTube changed up their shit and fucked up everything for everybody. All the small timers. That's trying to earn a little bit of chump change here and there. Even when I try to get monetized, yeah, y'all clicked on the whatever movie that I was reviewing, and y'all watched it. Thank you for that. So yeah, with this review right here, number 100. Well, if you've seen the thumbnail, you should know exactly what movie or movies I'm going to be reviewing. I mean, this one of the most celebrated, one of the most celebrated movie, one of the most celebrated film series ever, ever. One of the most celebrated. I mean, you got Marlon Brando, Gene Hackman, Christopher Reeve, Ned Beatty, uh, Jackie Cooper, Glenn Ford, Trevor Howard, Margot Kidder, Valerie Perrine, Maria Shield, Terrence Stamp, Phyllis Thaxter, Susanna York. I mean, directed by Richard Donner. Screenplay by Mario Puzo, David Newman, Leslie Newman, Robert Benton. This movie, music by John Williams. Cannot forget him for anything. But this movie right here, this particular movie right here, Superman. Superman the movie. And not only I'm going to be reviewing Superman the movie, but I'm also going to do Superman 2, the Richard Donner cut, Superman 3, and Superman 4, The Quest for Peace. So without further ado, let me just get right into it. This is episode 100 in my movie review series. So yeah, here we are, man. I mean, yeah, since I'm doing this this huge celebration of 100 reviews, since I'm doing that, why not just dress up for it? I mean, this is much more dressy than the one I did in episode 20. I mean, that was like semi-casual, but this right here, put on your Sunday finest, baby. Because this is episode 100. We're going all out. I mean, hey, I am doing way big right here. This huge celebration. I got this festival filter going on here. So I got the three-piece suit, glasses, the festival filter, and the 80 Superman films right here in episode 100. Let's go. But yeah, Superman the movie, 1978. A lot of big players for this movie. I mean, this movie, it's, like I said, one of the most celebrated films of all time. One of the most celebrated. I mean, hey, don't forget, what I said in the Man of Steel review, that still stands, What I said there, that still stands, When it comes to the times, that's what you got for Man of Steel. But with this movie really hit you with a time frame that was very different. I mean, the whole post Vietnam thing, the whole post Nixon era, everything. We was in the Reagan era. We was in the midst of the Reagan era. Actually, we weren't in the Nixon Reagan era, but still, we were in we were in a time where everything was very simple. I mean, you could have a lot of acceptance in anything, and that's what they gave you in this movie. A lot of acceptance, a lot of free acceptance in anything in this movie right here. I mean, you know, even though the character Kal-El, even though he didn't have immediate acceptance throughout his growing up. You know. But then the scene where he's in high school, he knew that he could tear Brad apart, but he didn't. So you know, he grit his teeth and he just went on with his life. He outran a train. A high-speeding railroad. He outran that because he's so powered. But but yeah, I tell you though, man, this movie though, this is a magical movie, really. This is a magical movie. I mean, the tagline, you will believe a man can fly. Yes, they gave it to you because the history of putting Superman in live action media. You know, Superman. He's a comic book character, but put him in live action media. How are you going to make this guy fly? Well, a long time ago in the 1940s, with those serials, not serial as in not that kind of serial, but the short films on the your local theater that cost about a nickel at the time. So yeah, those type of serials in 1940s. Serial with an S, not with a C. Those type of serials, 1940s. With those, they got a guy as Superman, but how they made him fly? Well, when he was about to take off, you had the guy, but when he started to fly, they immediately turned him to animated. They had a cartoon Superman shoot up in the air, and we saw that visual literally transform on screen. That was very interesting. I remember seeing that a long time ago. Long time ago. Turner Classic Movie. They were showing the Superman serials around the time where I think Man of Steel came out. They were showing Superman serials, and I saw that serial. Where Superman, when he gonna fly, you saw the actual guy where he went up. You saw the cartoon, and that visual changing right there on screen like that. That was very interesting, especially in the 1940s. You never thought you'd see something like that in 1940s, but yeah, you saw it. You saw it in that serial. Saw it in those serials. But yeah, with that, we didn't actually see a man flying. We saw a man turn into a cartoon and he flew. And then, the famous 1950s TV series with George Reeves as Superman. Superman. That 1950s TV series. One of the very few TV shows that transcended from black and white to color as time went on. We saw him. We saw George Reeves flying in the air, but we didn't exactly see him fly. I mean, we just saw one angle of him in the air. Whether it's a straight diagonal where he's going down or diagonal where he's going up. We saw him flying in the air. Dun, da-da, dun, da-da, 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 da-da. you know. You see him come through the window. We saw that. But when we finally got a live action film in 1978, that is when we actually saw a man fly. I mean, the movement. We saw him in different angles. Saw a man fly. He turned, saw that. You saw a man fly right there on screen, and what a visual it was. I mean, something so magical. We saw it right there unfold right in front of our eyes for the first time ever. We did see a man fly on screen, and like they said in the tagline, "You will believe a man can fly," and that's exactly what we did. We believed it. So yeah, man, this movie is a magical movie. It's a magical movie. I mean, and from a comic book fan point, we saw the origin story, and we saw a real good origin story. I mean, they really took a lot of time in mapping this entire film out. I mean, they understood the character. And Reeve, when Christopher Reeve came in as Superman, we saw him as that character. When Lois asked him who he was, and well, he didn't actually have a name. He was just Kal-El from Krypton. He didn't call himself Superman. She called him Superman. But when she asked him what was who he was, and he told her a friend. That's all we really needed, because everybody needs a friend. Everybody. And this gentleman is indeed a friend to all of us. I mean, that's why Superman is indeed one of my favorite superheroes, because he is everything you would want in a person. I mean, yeah, the trustworthy, the loyal, the friendly gentleman. Everything you would want in a person, he is that. And that means a lot to a lot of people, not just me, but to a lot of people. Maybe that's why, without nostalgia, that's why people just completely and quickly latched on to this film. I mean, nobody really wants to see another person play Superman, because they will never measure up to Christopher Reeve's level. And I understand that. That's why I say, man, the times, you have to go with the times in that Man of Steel review. You have to go with the times. And yes, you do have to go with the times. And in particular time frames, this is what you have, this is what you'll get. So yeah, this movie, Gene Hackman as Lex Luthor, you got this guy. Oh yeah, and as far as the cast of this movie, in each of these films I'm going to be doing a review on, I'm not going to name every single person in each film, because that's a lot of people. But I'm going to the only players that you really need to worry about is Christopher Reeve, Gene Hackman, Jackie Cooper, Marco Kidder. That's the only ones you really need to worry about, because they're the only ones that has been, and of course Mark McClure as Jimmy Olsen. Those are the only ones you're gonna see in all four of these movies, mostly. Okay, so yeah, just worry about them, and then the extra cats I'm going to jump in on once I get into those movies. But right now, yes, Superman, the movie. This is what you need. This is what you got. Everybody need a friend, and this man is it. And Gene Hackman as Lex Luthor. Well, I tell you, Yeah, very comical character. I mean, you got Lex Luthor in the comics, which there are two different versions from two different time eras. The early Lex Luthor in the comics, you had him as a mad scientist, and then later on they switched him up and becoming not no longer a mad scientist, but they switched him up as a ruthless businessman. I mean, yeah, you got the same guy, but you just have different opinion. No, not opinion. A different what the hell the word I'm looking for? You just got different personas. Personas. What can I say that? You just got different personas. So yes, same guy, different personas. Um, same aspirations, just different persona in doing it. I mean, yeah, he wanted to kill Superman, but no longer as a mad scientist, but now as a ruthless businessman. But with this movie, they pretty much gave you both. They gave you a nice little combination of that. And to top it off, that he considers himself the greatest criminal mind of the modern era and the greatest criminal mind of all time. You know, okay, we know you're bad. Thanks for letting us know that you are the villain of the movie. I mean, we could have figured that out as time went on in the duration of this film, but he just let you know right then and there. Yeah, the greatest criminal mind of all time, the greatest criminal mind of the modern era. He wants to rule the world, but through real estate. So yeah, that's what you got for Lex Luthor in this movie. And then you have Lois Lane. The first time we saw her, Jimmy Olsen, snapping pictures of everybody in the planet, David Planet, in that building. And then we have, we focus in on Lois, smile. And she flips her hair, and you see that smile. All right, okay, this is Lois. All right, awesome. Yeah, awesome. And to see that, the scene where she gives the interview, you know, when she just completely enamored with this guy's Superman. No, this alien from another planet. She's completely enamored with him. She automatically fell in love with him. You know, and when they took off in that flight, you know, that was the moment when they both fell in love with each other. That was the moment. It's just it's not only it's a magical movie, but it's just an amazing romantic story. A lot of romance in this movie, especially with Lois and Superman, Lois and Kal-El, Lois and Clark. Love that show. You know, but between those two, that's what you get. That's what you got. That immediate, that immediate spark between them. So yeah, I tell you though, man. I tell you, Jack, this is uh, you're just full of amazement, just full of amazement. And A lot of things to cover in this movie. I tell you, this movie just pure awesomeness. That's all there is to it. I mean, yes, it's awesome. It's amazing. This is great, astonishing, outstanding. Yes, I mean, when he's stopping the missiles, he had two missiles to stop. Yeah, one of them. Yeah, both of them. There's two of them. Yeah, wait. The other one. Yeah, Miss Touch my car. Yes, Lex. Where's the rocket now? He's like bad over the Grand Canyon. So's the other one. The other one. There's two of them. Yes, Superman, double jeopardy. With you, your great speed, you couldn't stop both of them. Well, I, on the hand, could stop them with my detonator. All right, Luther, where is it? What's the detonator? So yeah, I'll tell you though, man. He opened that box, that chest. I mold this box to your prison bars. Don't touch it. He broke that lock off. He saw that rock, that green glowing rock. I told you. That's Kryptonite Superman. A little souvenir from the old hometown. I spent no expense to make you feel right at home. Yeah. Pick up that rock connected to a chain. Now Superman, he got now he's helpless, he just stay back, that whole thing, I tell you. Yes, I tell you, man, it's just an awesome movie. I mean, I don't want to really go further into it as much as I already did. But yeah, man, here's one thing I want to just tackle though. The whole Superman Clark Kent business. I mean, how can Lois not see that it's just Superman with a suit and glasses, right? Right? The age-old theory why Lois is so stupid she can't see Clark Kent Superman's the same guy. He just wears some glasses. Well, well, outsider looking in, you have to go in on the other side of this coin and be the insider looking out. No one in this world can barely see Superman outside of at least a minute or two. I mean, Superman, something happens, a disaster happens. Superman, he will fly in, take care of it. Everybody give him adulation, and he'll fly off that quick. So, for Lois to actually see him personally, right up close and living color, she sees him. She's caught in the moment, and not only her eyes is just enamored with this perfect specimen of a man. She is caught up in the moment of being in the presence of this perfect specimen of a man. That, when she mentioned Clark, she mentioned him as just another guy. And then when Clark showed up at the apartment right after Superman flew off, and she just completely enamored with this guy, she's like in a warp zone right now. She's completely zoned out, enamored with this cat. Superman. Superman. Next thing you know, Clark is knocking on our door. Lois? 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 Oh, hi. Oh, for God's sakes, did you hear me knocking? Lois, we did have dinner tonight. Lois, you ever been? Hmm? Well, I certainly hope not. Well, let's y'all, shall we? I mean, that's just Clark. I mean, that's not Superman. She saw Superman. Okay, she saw Superman. She felt Superman. I mean, yeah, with Clark, she just see this guy, over here. Now, here's something else that not many people would notice. Not many people, with the cloudy mind, just like in my shadow review, the clouded mind sees nothing. So, not many people with a clouded mind really did not notice this. But when Lois, when she went out to get ready for this date that she just happened to have with Clark, I mean, of course, Clark, he knew what he was doing. Kal-El knew what he was doing. But, when she went off to get ready for this date, I mean, we saw Clark, and then he immediately, Lois, there's something I have to tell you. I'm really, I was really nervous about tonight, and then I just started, darn it, I was showing the time of your life. I mean, two very different people we just saw there. Two very different people. I mean, yeah, you saw him. I mean, yeah, you see Clark Kent. I mean, you see him as he is right here. I mean, you see, this is Clark Kent. you know, nerdy guy. You see Clark Kent, and then you see Superman. Two very different people. And plus, I have a job to do. you see, you see Clark Kent again. Superman was here. Golly. I mean, he had two very different people. I mean, yes, clothes changed, hair changed, but you see two very different people. You see Clark every day. She sees Clark. She sees Clark every day. She sees this every day. I mean, yeah, and she will briefly see this. The blue suit, the red cape, the S on the chest. She will see this for a brief moment in time. And after she sees this, and after I fly off, it's back to me again. So yeah, Clark is the greatest actor. Kal-El, he's the greatest actor of all time. Yes, he had everybody fooled. Yes. Which pretty much leads to Superman 2, which I'm not going to segue into that yet. Not just yet. I mean, I also want to hit you with this. I also want to hit you with this flaw, this story flaw of how he saved Lois at the end of the movie. Yeah, Puzo and the Newmans and Benton. This is all they could think about. This is all they thought about when they brought Lois back to life because she died in the earthquake. Trapped in a car. She was buried inside the dirt, suffocated. This is all they thought about when they had to bring her back. And after Superman, he sees that he was too late, and he gets her out the car. You know, she just lying lifeless in his arms. So he sets her down. Try to do the whole fairy tale thing and kissing her awake, but she just did not come back. So yeah, he's standing there. breaking down in tears. it just flies up in a huge storm of emotions. You see that, and next thing you know, he jets off into space, and he's spinning around the world in such supersonic speed that you can only see a streak of light. I thought he was creating the planet Saturn when I was a kid. But yeah, he's moving at supersonic speed, around the world backwards. Yeah, so he's spinning the world backwards, redoing everything that he did, to keep the destruction of nature after this earthquake has happened, keeping the destruction of nature from getting even more worse than it already was. He's spinning all around the world. Everything is being redone. Even Lois's car, which is sitting in the ground, is now being lifted back up onto the street, and the whole road is closing up. So spinning around, and then everything after everything is fixed. He spins right back around in the other direction, and now he's going forward. Everything is right in the world that quick. That's what they can think of. Okay, yeah, plot hole. The earthquake is still happening, so why would the earthquake happen again? But he's spinning her back around. But hey, we don't want to talk about that. We don't want to touch on that one because this is a magical movie. This is what you get. This is what you get. Well, it was given to you, just like in Man of Steel. What you got when it was given to you. But y'all wouldn't accept that. Y'all ain't like that. Y'all hated that. Maybe because Zack Snyder did. I don't know. But hey, this is what you got when it's given to you, and you accept it because this movie is a lot. It has a lot of acceptance. So yeah, Lois is okay. Still can't start her car. Superman flies right back down, and hi, don't bother. I think it's dead. Sure is dead. It's proper Man of Steel. There's nothing wrong when you want one. What happened to me when you all flying around? I was at this gas station that blew up beside me, telephone cars. That was an earthquake. Yeah, the telephone poles falling all over the road. I was killed on top of this stupid car. Runs out of gas. Sorry about that, Lois. I've been kind of busy for a while. But yeah, I tell you, man, that's what you got. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Superman, but Superman the movie, like I said a bunch of times before, it is indeed a magical movie. 100%. When you immerse yourself into this world, this is 100% all given to you, and then some. And then comes Superman 2. Now with, oh yeah, by the way, Superman the movie, 1978, Superman, that film. Then this film I spent a lot of time talking about. It's a easy 5 out of 5. I mean, hey, the movie is just amazing. I mean, it's not even nostalgia telling me this. I literally give this movie a 5 out of 5. 5 out of 5. Yes, Superman the movie. Yeah, that's my review, and I'm sticking to it. Now, Superman 2, the Richard Donner cut. The reason I'm doing the Richard Donner cut because this is what it was. This is what was presented to me in that Blu-ray collection, and plus, this is a much better film than the original cut. That what the fuck is his name? Yeah, Richard. Then that gentleman has a shot after Richard Donner didn't return fully. But yeah, Superman 2, the Richard Donner cut. A lot of footage in this movie. Not only it's the authentic footage from the because they did the first and second film at the same time, then they did not, completely get the second film completely finished. So they reshot a few scenes here and there. And, scene where a beat up Clark came back to the Fortress of Solitude, and he told his father that he failed. You get to see two versions of that particular scene, the Rich Donner cut, and you get to see the original cut. And the original cut, yes, it is much more better as far as Christopher Reeve's performance. You know, he have a better understanding of the character as he reshot for the original cut. But the Rich Donner cut, you can see that he went into another dimension and tried to trying to get into the emotion of that character, because as he was doing that movie and the first movie at the same time, he did not get the character full on yet. That's what I'm trying to say. But with the original cut, he did get it because he had a lot more time. So yeah, with this movie, how he got his powers back, we saw in the Donner cut how he got his powers back. Brando coming back as Jor-El, Superman's daddy, his actual father. His birth father. He's real daddy. Not his adopted daddy. He's real daddy. Yeah, he comes back and the Kryptonian circle is complete. The son becomes the father, and the father becomes the son. So he the spirit of him walks up to his son, puts his hand on his shoulder, and he becomes one with his child. And this is only a one-time thing, so if you mess around and jump into that chamber again, you ain't gonna get a second chance, son. So take this deal and run with it. Yeah. Don't give these backsies. So yeah, he comes up to him, put his hand on his shoulder, my son. And he becomes one with his boy. Yes, yes. Kal-El, you are now Superman once again. That's just one thing we saw in this movie, and then we got a whole new beginning of the film. It was like a previously on Superman, and we saw that. We saw everything that happened in the first movie. But here's the swerve. That missile that he drove into, he pushed into space. Well, General Zod and his two degenerates, Ursa and Non, they're still floating around in that glass plate that's called the Phantom Zone. So they're still floating around, and then this missile that was drove into space, besides of the hydrogen bomb that was stuck in the elevator, and he hurled into space in the original cut. That missile that he pushed into space in the first movie, that exploded, and that freed the three Kryptonian degenerates. Yeah, so they bust out of their prison. They're floating around, and you see Zod free. Yeah, we see all three of them flying towards the Earth's satellite, which is called the Moon. So, with that going on, we got a whole new introduction to the movie. Then we get to the opening credits. The familiar theme song done by John Williams, the legendary John Williams. So yeah, I tell you though, a lot of things in this movie, especially the fight against all three of the degenerates. A lot of things in this movie was done much more differently than we are already familiar with in the original cut. So with that and this, or with this and that, you definitely got a whole other movie. Plus, they did hit you with a few uh, test screenings. Lois and Clark there. Love that show. Lois and Clark, they're at the hotel, the honeymoon suite, and Lois is very, very, very intent on trying to have Clark prove that he is Superman. So she will go to such lengths as committing murder. I mean, she actually took out a gun and she pointed at Clark. And yeah, don't try and get up again. Yeah, because she will put you right back down. You're like, no, Lois, no, wait a second. Yeah, she fired and he had no choice. He had no choice but to get into that cross arm pose that he was in the newspaper when she first showed him in the beginning of the movie. So yeah, I'll tell you that, man. That was crazy. That was crazy. So yeah, that was crazy. But yeah, yeah, and the fight in the fight against I already mentioned that, and the end of the movie, the end of the movie. Oh my God, the end of the movie. The other fight, against the three degenerates. It wasn't really a fight this time. We didn't have no parlor tricks. Yeah, you go invisible here and go invisible there, and then you show up, and we didn't have that shit. Thankfully. I didn't understand it anyway. That was not in the Superman comics. I mean, yeah. Those type of powers. Where do you get that from? I don't know. That was just you want to see how he beat the degenerates in the Rich Donner cut, then that is a much more better version than the original cut. I'll tell you that. That's why I say that this movie is much more better than the original. Much more better. I mean, if you get like a side by side comparison, I'm sure you don't have to because you've seen this movie a lot of times. Not the original, you've seen it a lot of times. So once you get the side by side comparison, you'll see that damn, this one is much more better. I mean, yeah, you should agree with me on that. That this is much more better. The original Donald cut is much more better than the original cut. So yeah, when you watch Superman 2, watch the original Donald cut and watch that only. The original Donald cut is a 5 out of 5. The original cut is 4 out of 5. That's my review right there. Now I'm sticking to it. Now here we go with Superman 3. Now this is gonna be a little bit more confusing to explain. But I tell you though, man, not only you got the usual players, Christopher and Margot and Jackie and Mark. Not only you got those cats, but then you got the late great comedy legend Richard Pryor, the late great Richard Pryor, comedy legend himself, the real king of comedy. You know, the real original king of comedy. You know, yeah, you got him in this movie. You know, you know, do hurting for some money. You know, hurting for, can't get a job anywhere. You know, spend more time in the unemployment line than he would in the lunch line. You know, yeah, yeah. Gus Gorman, the cat he plays. You know he find out how can you earn big money and one good job. So now it comes to it comes to the that we find him as this guy is an actual computer genius. I mean, you know, yeah, you know, anything that has to do with software, you know, he knows how to operate anything. Yeah, this guy is the ultimate hacker. Basically, yeah, that's exactly what he was. I mean, yeah, hacked he hacked the world basically. You know, completely mess with the traffic lights and everything like that. But yeah, this guy Gus Gorman, you know, he gets a job, but he works with the wrong boss, and so you know, with this guy, you know, he's working with unwittingly, you know, he's working with him. He and these two girls, you know, this guy's sister and his his squeeze, I guess you can say. This other chick that surprisingly also has a brain, even though she don't come off as the brainy type. She come off as the ditzy type, but you know, use that amazing cleavage to get through. You know. So, yeah. But yeah, you know, she has her moments though. She has her moments when she's more useful up here than she is right here. You know, so, she had her moments in this movie. So you know, Superman 3, you know, with Richard Pryor and the big computer that we later that the big supercomputer that Superman had to fight, which we later found out that computer was supposed to be Brainiac, you know, the alien, the other alien from Krypton, the evil alien from Krypton, you know. But that's a whole other thing altogether. Further down the line, I'm not going to talk about further down the line. We mean further down the line, but that's a whole other thing, much more complicated. Oh boy, this movie is complicated. It was not well received, you know. It was not well received, but you know, it does have its moments, and those moments, it belongs to the man himself, Richard Pryor. You know, he's the you know, he was the standout. You know, you know, when they got that fake kryptonite, you know, or the fake kryptonite that just happened to affect Superman in a much more different way, and not killing him, but it made him turn evil because there was an unknown element inside of it when they had to recreate it. There was an unknown element inside of it, and Superman didn't die. You know, he was just turned into something evil. Oh my God! Now let me nice little Instagram. Yeah, nice little Instagram alert there. Oh my God! You know, now here's another thing. You know, we did not see Lois Lane completely in this movie. You know, we saw her in the beginning, and then we saw her at the end of the film. But throughout, we did not see her in this movie. But we did see one other Beautiful young lady, Annette O'Toole, fine ass. I mean, damn, you should have seen them 48 Hours, boy. The movie 48 Hours, you know. Whew, damn, she was smoking high back then, man. Much more better in 48 Hours than she was in this movie, and she was pretty hot in this movie too. But yeah, Annette O'Toole, you know, she plays Clark's old girlfriend, you know, from back in the days of Smallville, Lana Lang. Yeah, he plays her. Yeah, she plays her. Yeah, she plays her. And yeah, man, I tell you, you know, that's how that's redhead. But yeah, with her in this movie, we got the girl next door, which I wish lived next door to me. But yeah, now, like I say, the real standout in this movie was Richard Pryor. I mean, when he got Brad drunk, when Brad passed out, you thought I was drunk too. Ha ha, fooled ya. Yeah, he walk up to the mirror. Yeah, his reflection scared him. That's. But yeah, he was drunk though. Yeah, he thought I was drunk too. Ha ha, fooled ya. Nah, he was drunk too. Only thing is, he didn't pass out like Brad did. He had to make Brad pass out just so he can get into his computer that he had to really get some hacking into. Yeah, then you got these two car keys, put one here and put one here. Yeah, so you stuck one in there, you stuck one in the other slot, and then he saw the sign, both keys at the same time. Yeah, so he grabbed Brad, dragged him in there, yeah, yeah, have him grip onto the key, even though he still passed out. He had him grip onto the key. And he got the other key. He tied Brad's hand around, he pulled the string around the computer. Yeah, so 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so, got into it. Ah, let's get down to business. Holy Jesus, really? Hmm. Well, battery getting low, so I'll be back after these messages. Now, back to the show. Richard Pryor, yeah, stand out. Awesome, amazing, incredible. Comedy legend, the late great Richard Pryor. Yeah, so, yeah, Superman, yeah, he beat his supercomputer with just a regular can of acid. Yeah. Computer know of any enemy's defenses, but he didn't. Yeah, the computer didn't see the danger happen with the acid. But when this stuff gets hot, it do anything. So yeah, it died of acid indigestion. Yeah, this movie though, it really is really hard to explain. But I can get through it. I got through it. Thank you, brother. I just love that every time, after the computer destroyed, Superman is he was buried under some rocks, and everybody's buried under some rocks. So he pushed the rocks off of him, and then he sees that Gus, he's moving, so he pushes the rocks off of him. He pulls him out. Yeah, Gus, he grabs Superman's hand. He give him that brother shake. The bro shake. Yeah. Thank you, brother. Yeah. Yeah, Superman. Yeah. But yeah, I tell you though, movie's not great, but it's real good to me. Superman 3. Real good to me, Superman 3. Yeah, yeah, I give it a fair rating of a 3 out of 5. I mean, it's not bad. It's not bad. It's really not bad at all. 3 out of 5. That's my review, and I'm sticking to it. Now, Superman for the Quest for Peace. 1987. Superman 4, The Quest for Peace. This was my favorite movie a long time ago. Yeah, I said it. Long time ago. My favorite movie a long time ago. But, that was a long time ago. When I was uh, at least, 7 years old? 7, 8 years old? I said, I'm probably 6. But I was very young, I tell you that. I said that this movie was my favorite movie a long time ago. It was my favorite movie a long time ago. Not now, but a long time ago. Superman 4. Yeah, because I just like this fight between Superman and Nuclear Man. I mean, the way they had this Nuclear Man. I mean, this guy. Wow, they really trying to make him into a real threat against Superman. I mean, a real threat. I mean, forget about the roar that he does. Yeah, forget about that. I mean, this guy get these long fingernails that he can pop out and into some claws. And the dude that played him, this cat named Mark Pillow, you know, yeah. Even though he was supposed to be this imposing threat, dude got these model good looks, this chiseled face, the huge bones and muscles, he got these model good looks. But hey, you're gonna need that into the imposing look, You're gonna need that to be a real threat to Superman. So all those electrical volts, just surging around him constantly. Only thing, his weakness, only thing that can beat him is shade. Yeah, because he's generated by the sun. You know, power of the sun give him internally generated heat, and without sun rays, he left in the shade. He's done. He's done for. He's completely shut down. The machine has shut down, and he instantly, you touch him, he's instantly cold. So yeah, that's his vulnerability. That's the only way he can be stopped. You know, just fight him at night. So yeah, I tell you though. Yeah, Superman, he taking out Nuclear Man. The first fight he had against him, it was just a chase around the world. Nuclear Man do a little destruction here and there, shooting you know, these nuclear solar volts from his fingers, destroying everything, destroy the Great Wall of China. Superman, he puts back up the bricks using this and using this newfound power that he has I've never seen before in the comics. But yeah, Boy, this movie was all over the place. Though I tell you, this movie was all over the place. He had good intentions because Superman wanted to end the nuclear arms race. Yes, so he did this speech at the UN. Therefore, immediately I will rid the planet of all nuclear weapons. Yeah, we need you right now, Superman, to do that shit. So yeah, with that, and then you got this chase around the world against Nuclear Man. Nuclear Man got the Statue of Liberty. He takes it up, flies with it, and flies to Metropolis, throws it down. It's gonna hit the street. So man, he comes in, he grabs it, takes it back up. He gonna take it back to Liberty Island. But here comes Nuclear Man. Yeah, showing them the claws. Yeah, remember these? Yeah, get Superman in the back of the neck. Those three little scratches in the back of the neck. Yeah, yeah. Superman is affected by nuclear radiation poisoning. He falls down. Here comes Nuclear Man. He cuts right down, right next to him. Give him a punt, kicks him out of there. Yeah, I'll tell you. Anybody who's a Superman fan, you'll find out heartbreaking. That was heartbreaking as you saw in Superman 3 when he turned evil for that while. You know. But yeah, there's this movie right here. You saw the how he became Superman again. Well, that green crystal from the first film. They brought it back. The green crystal. He became Superman again after by using that thing. How did he use it? I don't know. That was off camera. They didn't write it in. But yeah, I tell you though, man, yeah, whew. This movie though, it's not painful to watch because it was my favorite movie a long time ago. So I kind of have that little case of nostalgia there. But hey, how did Superman beat Nuclear Man? How did he beat him? Well, here's how he beat him. He made the solar eclipse come very early. Yeah, he pushed the moon towards the sun. Hey, Nuclear Man, he's off into space. And, move. Superman moved the moon towards the sun, blocked out the sun. Superman and Nuclear Man shut down in space. And so, he takes his lifeless body, takes him over to this nuclear power plant, and this he dropped him in one of those smokestacks. So Nuclear Man is his all of his nuclear energy is surged into this power plant, lighting up the city for 1,000 years, lighting up the whole world for 1,000 years. Yeah, Lex Luthor, yeah, he broke out of prison and he came back to prison. Thanks to Superman. And one thing, how'd you beat him? High school physics, Luthor. We had time to recuperate and found out that your foul creature was born from the sun at a big source of energy. So yeah, I tell you though, even though the movie is not really that good, it did, Christopher Reeve as Superman really did give you one of the best speeches you ever hear. I mean, but what's more, we survived the threat of war and found a fragile peace. I thought I can give you the gift of the freedom for war, but I was wrong. It's not mine to give. We're still a young planet. There are galaxies out there, other civilizations for us to meet, to learn from. What a brilliant future we could have. And there will be peace. There will be peace when the people of the world want it so badly that their government has no choice but to give it to them. I just wish you could all see the world the way that I see it. Because when you look at it, it's just one world. So yeah, I tell you though, man, with that speech, I tell you, yeah, you can you can hear, you can feel the optimism in his voice. That's Superman for you. You know, this movie. Yeah. Well, not this movie, but this character, Superman. Yeah, I mentioned in the beginning that he's one of my favorite superheroes. He's my favorite superhero. Out of all superheroes, he's my favorite superhero of all time. He's my favorite. My most favorite, Superman. You know, with this guy, you know, yeah, all the good in the world. This guy is so selfless. All the good in the world. No, he will do his best to bring it to you. Optimism, everything. He will bring it to you, and that's something that one could aspire to go for. One could be inspired. One could aspire to go for. One could be inspired to actually go after. Have your own ambition. Have the optimism that things will get better before they get much worse. And if they do get much worse, have that optimism inside you to know that it will get better. The only thing is you have to make it get better. I mean, that's what Superman has brought into people. I mean, yeah, that else on this chest, we found out Man of Steel stands for hope. That's exactly what it is. And that's exactly what Superman is. He brings you hope. So, with that hope, you can make things happen. You can be your own Superman. So, that's what that symbol, that's what that character really means. I mean, Joe Schuster and Jerry Siegel, those two cats, man, they're the ones that did this for us. They're the ones that did this for us. They created Superman. They're the one that did this for us. April of 1938, Superman was created. In June 1938, Action Comics number 1 was published, put out there for the world. And as we, the fans of this particular character, as we grown through the years, Action Comics went from number 1 all the way to number 1,000. This is the year of monumental achievements. I mean, Action Comics, DC Comics, Action Comics went from number 1 back in 1938 to 1,000 in 2018. me, this is my monumental achievement. 100 movie reviews. 100. Still can't believe it. As I'm sitting here talking to you, I still can't believe that I hit 100 movie reviews. And next week, next Saturday, I'm going for 101. But yeah, I tell you, all that. And mm, just amazing to me how one person, one character in one comic book can really bring out a certain kid from some some rundown town in Michigan. But yeah, I tell you though, man, if you can make some kid from a rundown town in Michigan an optimist, imagine what he can do for any of you out there. That's Superman for you. But yeah, with Superman 4, the rating I give this movie, I give it a 3 out of 5. Even though, the movie is not really good at all, but it has real good intentions. And that is what I'm focusing on, the good intentions. And it gives you that optimism. That's the good intentions. Optimism. So yeah, fair warning of 3 out of 5. That's my review of that one. And I'm sticking to it. Now, boy, that's it, man. 100 reviews. That was it. This is my event. This is my big event right here. You know, I thought I was gonna, have nice little event at number 20. But 100. This is much better. Hmm. And of course, I knew I was gonna go over an hour just to talk about these 4 films. But yeah, you can just see the passion of this particular character in me. So yeah, man, I tell you, this movie, man, these movies, this character, it hits you on a deeper level. This character hits you on a deeper level. So yep, it hit me on a deeper level. I don't know about y'all, but it hit me on a deeper level. But yeah, I tell you, okay, yeah. Next week, man, next week, coming back, another movie review. Next week, another movie review. And to culminate the the other big event, the other big monumental event that happened just a week ago. Yeah, a week ago, I'm going to do a review on the first Avengers movie. But before then, next week, I'm going to hit you with the impromptu review of Avengers Infinity War. So hopefully you'll be checking that out. That and the review on Black Panther. Yep, saw that movie too. So yeah, check out my other shit right there. Subscribe to me right here, and check out this little video right here of me talking about this new TV show based off of the character of Superman, based off of Superman's grandfather, and based off of the planet that they're all from. This show called Krypton, which is a TV show on Sci-Fi. So check out that video right there. And in the meantime, in between time, Jack, I'm going to continue reading some more Superman comics because this show is off. But before I go, I just want to give out a couple of thank yous. Almost pushed the button. Usually I've done that, and I forgot to say other things that I wanted. I didn't have a chance to say, but here I want to give out a couple of thank yous, a few personal thank yous. Yeah, to Alex Edwards and Dan Chase, both of you guys. Thank you for coming on here and help me out with um, the live reviews. You guys are very much a part of this 100 movie review series that I've put out there. You guys are very much a part of it. I want to thank you for helping me out with those reviews, Alex and Dan. And I want to hit out another thank you to Nathan Freeman. This cat helped me out with every single thumbnail. All he had to do was write review on it, but he put it in an artsy way. And I want to thank you, my man, for helping me out. Putting together these real cool thumbnails. I just get the picture. I get the picture and I tweak a little enhancements and coloring, with that. But you're the real strength behind it. But all you do is write review and put the get artsy with it. You're the stamp of approval on the this big letter. So yeah, I want to thank you for helping me out with the past review thumbnails and with this thumbnail, and hopefully we can continue on with the feature thumbnails. So thanks a lot for helping me with these reviews. All of you cats, thank you for helping me with these reviews. And I want to thank everybody out there for watching these videos, me sitting here rambling on. You just see this one cat, with posters of Expendables and a picture of Rock, Dwayne Johnson on his wall, and a Batman statue on top of his mirror. I want to thank you guys for coming to. I should have done this before. Yeah, seriously, yeah. I want to thank everybody for just helping me out, and thank everybody for watching me do this stuff, because y'all the ones that help me go up to 100 reviews. I jump in, I do this, and y'all make it worthwhile. Even if it's just one person, one or two people, just coming to look at this review or these reviews. At least somebody without me telling them. At least somebody actually watched. And I want to thank you for that. Thank you for watching. Thanks for watching. Thanks for participating. And thanks for thumbnailing. Well, that was my actual review. Now I'm going to stick to it. Now check out my other shit right here. Subscribe to me right here. And check out my other for Krypton right here.